What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rip City Rundown, and I'm recording this as of right after Creighton beating Princeton in the Sweet 16 to move on to the Elite Eight to face San Diego State, who had a shocking upset over Alabama earlier today. But this game, even though it's a 5 and 6 seed, I think it's between two really talented teams and two teams that honestly deserve a spot to go to the Final Four. Let's just talk about Creighton first. There's no spread in this game or anything because obviously the Creighton game just ended. But Creighton is a team I expected to make to the Elite Eight. I actually had them in my Elite Eight. I actually have this matchup in my second bracket. You know, everyone can have a couple brackets here and there, different pools. You don't have the same picks. But I had Creighton in the Elite Eight in basically all my brackets. And then in my second bracket, I did have San Diego State making it to the Elite Eight as well. So solid looks for me. But Creighton has had a great tournament so far, knock down or take down North Carolina State 72-63, then take down Baylor 85-76, and then obviously just beat Princeton 86-75. And in this game, it was honestly a clinic from Creighton offensively. They shot 58% from the field. Baylor Shireman, 8 of 11 from the field, 5 of 7 from three, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Ryan Kalkbrenner's probably been their best player this tournament, possibly 22 points, 5 rebounds. And then Ryan Nimhard had 9 points and 8 assists. Nimhard was really good against Baylor in that second round game. But this Creighton team is just scoring the ball very well. And then in the one game when they didn't score 80 points, they put up 72 against NC State and had a good defensive showing. But obviously, this Baylor or this Creighton team was a preseason ranked team. I think they were preseason top 15. So this isn't some just normal 6 seed. I think this is similar to kind of how Duke was coming into the tournament. Creighton a little less hot, but two teams that were both very talented and probably lower seeds than their talent says. Duke obviously ended up going out in the second round to Tennessee, but Creighton is still dancing, and I have to think they're probably a 1 to 2 point favorite against the San Diego State Aztecs, who just had an absolutely great showing against Alabama. They put the defense on in the first half and then turned up the offense in the second half. They end up winning this game 71-64. And by the way, this is the first time in March Madness history, or at least since I started doing seeding back in 1979, that no one seed has made the Elite Eight. So that's an absolutely wild stat. But San Diego State was able to win it without their star player really showing up as he normally does. Matt Bradley, their leading scorer, normally averages 13 points a game, didn't score his first bucket until I want to say like the 5 minute mark left in the second half. He only had 6 points, but they were led by Darion Trammell. He had 21 points and 5 rebounds against Alabama. And then the thing that's great about San Diego State is their depth. You look at Matt Bradley, their best player. He only played 19 minutes. You got guys coming off the bench playing 28 minutes, 21 minutes. No one played the most someone played is 30 minutes, and the lowest someone played is 14 minutes. So they had 9 guys play at least in between 14 to 30 minutes. And that's huge. That's a big reason why they won this game. They were able to throw so many different bodies at Brandon Miller, who ended up only 3 of 19 and 1 of 10 from three. He absolutely struggled. The San Diego State defense is so legit. They've held Charleston, a really good offense, probably one of the better mid-major offense, to only 57 points. They held Furman, another mid-major team that can shoot the ball really well from three, to only 52 points. And then arguably one of the best players in the country and one of the better offenses in the country in Alabama, 64 points. So this is a team that is able to really slow the game down and absolutely take away your best player. I'll be interested to see who they so-called think is the best player on Creighton. Are they going to throw a lot of bodies at Kalkbrenner? Are they going to throw a lot of bodies at Nimhard or Shireman? Because I do think that Creighton is a very good offensive team, and they're hitting their stride right now really well. My heart tells me I should go with Creighton. My head says San Diego State because defense wins championships at the end of the day. Creighton is no slouch defensively, and they're absolutely no slouch offensively. But San Diego State is different when it comes to this defense. And this is also the Mountain West's first ever bid to the Elite Eight. You got to think they're going to want to get someone in the Final Four as well. Obviously, that has no effect on the game, but just another interesting tidbit. But again, if I had to make my pick with my head is telling me San Diego State's going to win this game. My heart is going with Creighton. I'm probably going to be rooting for Creighton. I have them in the Final Four in one of my brackets. And then also, my teams this tournament were UCLA. I've always loved watching UCLA. Indiana, I wanted them to go far. Kansas State, who doesn't love Kansas State right now? And then honestly, Creighton is probably up there too. So, heart's going with Creighton. Head, if you're making a pick, if you're making a bet, I say go San Diego State in this one. I think they get the Mountain West their first ever Final Four bid. So give me San Diego State in this one. It should be a great game, super close, and I'm excited to watch.